What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience upload. And for today, we are going to the UK. And in particular, and specifically speaking, about the House of Electimuss, London. Yes, ladies and gents, today we are getting out of the our regular path off of to the unbeaten, untrod path. We're going to the UK. Now, if you've been around for a bit on my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of Parisian French perfumery, Middle Eastern style, Italian, British. I'm still undecided about, but I am on an adventure exploring British perfumery, and Electimuss is one of those houses that popped up, on my radar. And here we are. I'll be talking to you today about Electimuss for the first time, and I've went ahead and gotten their whole collection in sample form. So here we go again. I will be going on about samples in this video. And Electimuss London does a really good job with their sample packaging. So you're looking at one of the samples I've received here. So this is the front, the back with Electimuss logo, and then on the inside, the notes and the sampler, which is really nicely done. And as per usual, before we get started with the perfume experience, I'll walk you through them using off of their website, and then we're gonna go over the notes and then the experience. All right? Before we get started, as per tradition on this channel, I got my cafe here and still going on with that light roast, organic, anonymous source bean, nonetheless delicious. Oh man, that hits the spot. I don't know about you guys, but I put some green cardamom in my coffee. I like the taste of cardamom with coffee, so get on it, give it a try if you've never tried it. It's really good. Okay, so for today's Electimuss London sample, we're going over their Mercurial Cashmere, okay? And this is by Sophia Bardili, and this is a new addition to their line, and this is how they describe it. This luxurious amber perfume is sensuous, soft and delightful with a resinous base. The sparkling and piquant top notes of bergamot, pink pepper, and cardamom are a fleeting pleasure before the sensuous, velvety, buttery, powdery floral, and ambergris heart envelops you. The amber base of caramel, tonka, vanilla, and the spicy smoky oud and cedar finally reveal a darker promiscuity. Okay, I can't speak today. This scent is irresistibly sensuous on the skin and exudes luxury, seduction, and charm. All right, I'm already sold. So far, so good. Inspiration. The god Mercury was messenger to the gods, as famous for his quickened intellect, guile, and charm as for his dark side. He was fickle and trustworthy, promiscuous, and the collector of souls to the underworld. He ruled wealth and fortune, commerce and fertility, science and medicine, and finally, storytelling. From writers and poets to rascals and conmen. The most popular of the gods, Mercury was adored for his irresistible charm and wit, and the inspiration for this sensuous and seductive scent. Kudos to whoever handles their marketing, description, and inspiration are on point. I mean, just reading these words is already selling you. By the way, I haven't smelled this before, so I'll be smelling this for the first time with you guys, and I'm already sold on the scent just by the description. So marketing 10 out of 10. All right, fragrance notes and ingredients. So they have a spicy citrus stop made out of Madagascan pink pepper, cardamom, and Italian bergamot. Floral amber heart made out of gray amber, tuberose, violet, and iris. That's a killer combo right there. A woody gourmand base made out of oud, musk, tonka beans, vanilla, caramel, cashmere wood, cedar wood from Virginia. Okay, and that's all for that. Now, as you can tell, this is a very dense perfume in terms of notes and content. So I'm really excited to try this for the first time with you guys. I've never tried this before, so it's gonna be a first time experience for myself as it is for you guys. So here we go. We've got the Mercurial Cashmere sampler here, and it's very generous. And in terms of color, it's light yellowish, so it's not very thick, because I believe this is an eau de parfum, so it's not gonna be very thick. Let's see, I just want to confirm that. Actually, they do not say what concentration it is. Okay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a spray. Very nice sprayer. It's very rare to come across nice sprayers and samplers. This one is magic, and it's very generous. Now, we come just right about here. Wow, you guys, it smells amazing. Okay, so there is a bit of an oily residue, but it's not too much that you would notice it. And in terms of the sprayer, like I said, it's very generous. So this is the print of the spray all over here, and that's just from one spray, and it's already delectable. Okay. Wow. All right, let me grab some coffee before we get started with the experience. Whoa. God, there's so much going on in here, you guys. First of all, let me describe this perfume with one word: opulent. Okay? This perfume is so opulent. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna need the help of the notes because it's gonna be tough. Wow. Okay. So, first of all, in terms of the ingredients in here, these guys do use quite a bit of natural ingredients, but I'm gonna say that there's gonna be synthetics here, okay? So not all of them are natural. There most certainly are synthetics. This is so opulent that I think I'm gonna struggle a bit with placing this in categories. It just, you put this on, all it says is rich, wealthy, beyond millionaire status, more along the line of billionaire or even trillionaire. God, this is so good. And I'm gonna say this, it's unisex in terms of its scent profile, but I'm gonna say that the gauge leans more towards feminine. So just something to keep in mind. It shifts because there's so many notes in here. It keeps changing between these notes. But it's definitely unisex with a feminine leaning side. Okay, in terms of the citrus spicy top, you got bergamot, cardamom, and pink pepper. So I do get the bergamot. It's very subtle though. In terms of cardamom and pink pepper, I have no idea. I can't pick on it. The floral amber heart, they have violet and iris, gray amber, and musk. So I'm gonna say first of all, this is musky. Yes, you pick on the musk, but it's not an animalic musk. It's just a warm, cozy, soft, sensuous musk. In terms of iris, there is iris in here, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a bit of a powdery quality to this. Iris does give a powdery quality. Violet, yes, there is. There's a purpley note in there, and gray amber. There is a bit of a fizzy quality to this, and generally speaking, this fizzy, fresh, sea-ish, oceanish touch to this comes from the amber. Now, gray amber is sort of a middle quality in terms of ambergris, as far as I understand. There's white ambergris, gray ambergris, and black ambergris. Now, I'm assuming that they're cutting the word short here. Instead of full on ambergris, it's amber only. And they are referring to gray ambergris, which is considered mid-quality. Again, when it comes to ambergris, all of them are good, but white ambergris tends to be the most coveted, to the best of my knowledge. Okay, one thing I'm going to note here is that the citrus spicy top and the floral amber heart are kind of there but subtle. Where this perfume really shines is, as they describe, the woody gourmand base, and we're gonna get into that. So cashmere wood, yes, and you get quite a bit in here. You get this cashmere kind of feel to this and woody sense to it. There is cedar, yes, you get woody hints in there, but it's subtle. And then you've got oud and caramel. Yes, you get this woody resinous touch in here, but again, it's very subtle and subdued. And last but not least is caramel. And you get caramel loads in here. This is delicious caramel. Wow. Okay, so caramel is a lot in here, and I'd say yes, the woody gourmand base is the most prominent, followed by the floral amber heart, and then the citrus spicy top. I would almost go ahead and say that they need to switch the ordering of the notes, just because of how they are prominent on my skin. So that's how I'd go about it. But this one is interesting because, like I said earlier on, this is a very opulent perfume. I see it more as feminine leaning, so I would say this is more for the ladies. Again, guys can pull it off, but it's definitely more feminine leaning. And I think, given the notes in here, the ladies would have probably more appreciation for this compared to the gentlemen. Now, what comes to my mind when I smell this is a very self-made boss babe, or a lady that's married to a wealthy tycoon, going on to a shopping day in a very extravagant, exclusive mall, followed by a relaxing day at a very refined spa, and ending the evening with nice cocktails and dinner at a very high-end, nice, luxurious, fine dining restaurant. This is what comes to mind when I smell this. So this just goes to show to you guys how my imagery is very feminine leaning, more for the ladies and the special women in your life, if you wish, in terms of a perfume, in terms of a profile of an individual that would wear this. This is what comes to my mind. So you're gonna be a very well-off person. You're exuding wealth, you're exuding status, you're exuding presence, you're exuding accomplishment, but most importantly, you're exuding, I got way too much money than to know what to do with. So I'm gonna go out there and blow it on expensive luxurious, opulent things as well as experiences. Okay? So that's the kind of perfume it is. And in terms of how this is going to perform, while this is not beast mode, it is strong. I mean, I'm sitting here from one spray and it is wafting straight up towards my face. So you're gonna get a very strong performance out of this in terms of projection. Again, not beast mode, but people are gonna smell you off of a distance. And ladies, if you want attention, you're gonna get tons of attention with this, okay? If you wanna enhance your attention-seeking profile, not just in terms of looks, but also the way you smell, this will do it for you, okay? Because it's projecting far off and grabbing attention before you even make it to your destination. Now, in terms of trail and sillage, similarly, this is gonna be very strong in terms of trail and sillage. Not beast mode, which is good because you don't want to be overbearing and suffocating those around you. I mean, depends again on the scent. This is a very, very pleasant, delicious, gourmandish scent that's very inviting, very attractive. And in terms of trail and sillage, again, it's going to be strong. I'm not really sure why this is, but maybe I associate this more with somebody who has a tan. But ladies, if you've got your tan on you, I mean, there's nothing better than to smell like caramel and gourmandish, okay? So this is definitely going to go on with somebody that has a great tan. It just complements the look, complements the presentation that you're putting out there to the world. So definitely, ladies, get your tan on when you put this on because it's going to complement your look so much. You're going to look delicious and smell delicious, okay? Now, in terms of seasonality, I'm gonna say that this requires more of a cooler weather. I think it's gonna be a bit too much in warm weather. So think more fall and winter weather. You can pull it off on spring to a certain extent just because of the fresh notes in here and the ambergris. But for the most part, I'm gonna say focus on cooler weather, okay? Summer, I think depending on your skin chemistry, this can be a bit too much just because already from one spray, it's performing great. It just hits the right spot and you don't need a lot of it. So focus more focus more winter, fall, and spring if you want, okay? In terms of the kind of attire you want to wear with this, ladies, dress up, okay? This isn't a casual scent. You're gonna do it a disservice by wearing it casually, to be honest. It's just very incongruent. It does not match the scent profile. It's gonna be a very conflicting messaging you're sending out there as to the kind of person you are and the presentation you're giving off. So focus on the formal attire, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is more of an evening scent versus a morning scent just because of how sensuous and warm it is. So when the sun starts to set down, this is when this scent comes out to play, okay? And to all the playful ladies out there, this is your scent, all right? It's your evening signature scent, okay? Now, in terms of setting, I think I've touched on this a bit more. You don't want this on overly casual setting, and you don't want this either on a formal setting. Like, you don't want to wear this to work. It's a fun scent. It's a relaxed scent. It's a scent that says, I'm a boss babe in a way. Yeah, why would you wear this to work? It just doesn't mish and mash with the mood. Like I said, this is a scent for you going on a day, out shopping, you know, getting your Louboutin and your Tom Ford or Hermes lipstick, and then going on to a spa day, relaxing, getting massage, you know, like whatever treatments, like seaweed treatment, whatever you ladies are into, and then going out for cocktails and dinner with your girlfriends at night or your significant other. So this is the kind of context and atmosphere you want to be in wearing this scent. Again, it's very opulent. I mean, if you're gonna wear this, you smell rich. Okay, so that's another thing to take into consideration, is that you want to be in a setting where people are of that sort of class and level where they would have an appreciation for a scent like this. Okay, you also want to get the right attention from the right crowd. You don't want the attention of the wrong crowd, because you don't want to get robbed or, I don't know, stabbed to death. Okay, and I'd imagine anybody that's gonna put on a scent like this isn't gonna be in certain areas that are gonna, you know, put their life in danger just because of how you smell. Because believe it or not, it's not just the watch you wear, the clothing you wear, but it's also how you smell that speaks a lot to the kind of person you are, the social class you belong to, the status you have. So scent is a very powerful way of communicating who you are. So definitely pay attention to the context, the social setting you're in, because this scent says opulence. Okay, so you most likely are going to be somebody that also follows a jet setter lifestyle. You know, if you can't afford to pay $30,000 plus to fly a round trip somewhere, this is your scent. Okay, ladies, and I'm emphasizing ladies here just because the more I smell it, the more I can see this as being more feminine leaning. I don't think a lot of guys are gonna jump on this, even though it's marketed as unisex. However, it's definitely more feminine leaning and for the ladies. So, with that said, what is the final verdict on Electimuss London Mercurial Cashmere? Blind buy it, okay? It's so good. It is so delicious. It is so opulent. It is so refined. And it's just a very pleasant scent overall. And you cannot go wrong with it, okay? The good news is Electimuss does samples, guys and gals. So you can get your nose on the whole collection, or you can buy one-on-one basis samples. So you can go to their website and get samples from there, and they don't break the bank. Their samples are very generous. They smell really, really good. And like I said, you can't go wrong with it. So get your nose on it, get your wallet on it. If you have experienced this house, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, very delicious, very opulent, and lovely, lovely scent profile. With that said, this will be it, you guys, for this upload. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.